Hello, my name is Cindy Ellen and I'm here to guide you through your full body yoga class today. I'm so excited to be joining you and supporting you through your practice today. And I invite you to start by either sitting in an upright position or laying down in the Shavasana position, so you can lay down on your back, face up, with arms out to the side, legs mat width distance apart. And slowly allowing the eyes to float closed. Taking a moment to observe your breath. Noticing how it's feeling. Not changing anything, however, just drawing attention or awareness. But you may notice that as you draw your awareness to your breath, that it begins to deepen. And I invite you to see if you can get your inhales matched with your exhales into a rhythm. Maybe inhaling to the count of 4 or 5 and exhaling to the count of 4 or 5. In yoga, we work to connect the breath with our movements. By deepening that connection with the breath, we're able to drop into the body and become more mindful of our movements and our body. And it also allows us to bring in and drop into the present moment. If you're seated, slowly coming down to a Shavasana position, bringing your right knee to your chest and your left. Grabbing your knees with your hands, pulling the knees into the chest, and just gently rocking back and forth. Massaging the lower back, maybe you do small circles with your knees, whatever feels best for you in your practice today. Allowing you to release any tension that you may have in that low back area. Coming back to neutral. And your next exhale, holding the right knee with both hands and extending the left leg out in front of you. Seeing if you can bring the right knee closer to the right armpit. Inhale, bringing the left leg back up, the left knee back up. Again, grasping that left knee with both hands and exhaling, extending the right leg straight out in front of you. Seeing if you can pull that left knee into your armpit to deepen the stretch. Opening up the hip flexors, Maybe even doing circles here with your knee. Whatever feels best. This is your practice. Move in a way that feels good for you and your body right now. Inhale, bringing the right knee back up to meet the left. From here, we're going to grab the big toes with the peace fingers. We're going to move the knees out to the side for happy baby pose. You're welcome to stay here just like this. Every inhale, seeing if you can bring the knees just a little bit closer to your body. You're also welcome to, again, roll back and forth. If that's in your practice, it does require a bit of balance. Just playing around with the pose, testing your edge, seeing what works best and feels best for you and your body today. Inhale, releasing the big toes, bringing the knees back to the chest, planting the feet down onto the mat. We're going to sit up and then flip over onto our bellies. Keeping the hands just by the chest, feet flat against the floor. We're going to inhale, lift the back legs, lifting the chest up off the floor. Exhale, release. Bringing the forehead down to the mat. And then inhale, extending the arms out in front of you, lifting the chest, lifting the legs for Superman pose. Feeling the engagement in the low belly, tightening the core, tightening the buttocks, pushing those knees up towards the sky, feeling the strength coming from the low back. Exhale, release. Bringing the right ear down to the mat. Allow yourself to just sink down, relax into the mat. Deep breath in and release. Inhale, we're going to come back up. This time we're going to do a swimmer's pose. So we're going to begin to kick the feet, bringing the hands out back behind you, keeping the forehead gaze looking ahead. Inhale, come back up with your hands. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale up. And doing this to your own pace, your own breath. Imagining like you're swimming in a pool. Feeling the engagement in the core and the low back. Last one, exhale, release. Bringing the left ear down to the mat. Allowing yourself to just sink or melt into the mat. Inhale, bringing the head back to center. Curling the right foot towards the butt, the left foot. From here, reaching back to grab the ankles. Inhale, lifting the chest, pressing the feet into the hands for boat pose. Every inhale, seeing if you can lift the chest just a little bit higher off the mat. And as you exhale, seeing if you can kick the hands a little bit deeper pulling that stretch in the thighs. Exhale, releasing the hands. Again, bringing the cheek down on the mat. Arms at your side, relaxing. Taking a few breaths here. We're going to press back into tabletop, but then coming back onto your butt. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg up, then the left, extending the arms out in front of you for boat pose. Feeling the back nice and straight, shoulders down and back, keeping the neck strong, gaze forward. Really engaging the abdominal muscles to keep you steady. And then we're going to slowly begin to lower by extending the legs out and slowly lowering the back and then the head and neck down to the mat. Inhale, lifting the right leg up towards the sky, and then bringing the left to meet it. On the next exhale, we're going to slowly begin to lower the right leg to a hover. Seeing if you can hold this just an inch or so above the ground. Really engaging the belly. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lowering the left leg down. Keeping the left leg nice and straight, hovering just about an inch above the floor. Inhale, come back up. Maybe bringing the knees into the chest, again rolling from side to side, releasing the tension in the low back, maybe doing a few circles. Inhale, extending both legs back up. We're going to again lower the right leg down. Inhale, come back up, but switch, so bringing the left leg down. Inhale, switch. Slowly exhaling. Inhale, switch. Keeping the legs nice and straight. Inhale, switch. Stay nice and connected with your breath here. Inhale, switch. We're just going to do one more. The other side. Inhale, switch. And exhaling, bringing the knees again in. As close to your chest as you can. Maybe rolling it out. From here, we're going to roll up to a seated position. So maybe beginning to rock a bit, and then when you're ready, coming all the way up. And then coming forward onto the hands and knees, we're going to come to a tabletop position. So bringing the knees underneath the hips, the hands directly underneath the shoulders, Pressing down into the mat. We're going to inhale, look up, curving the spine, tilting the pelvis away from the face. And then inhale, curling the back up towards the sky, tilting the pelvis towards the face, allowing the head to hang for cat. Inhale, up into cat. Again, tilting the pelvis away from the face. Exhale, cow. You're going to move to your own breath. So inhale up, allowing you to just go with the flow, connecting with your breath, getting the back and spine all nice and warm. Coming back to neutral. Inhale, extending the right arm out in front of you, and then extending the left leg straight out behind you. Keeping the gaze fixed ahead, ensuring that your hips are squared off. We're going to exhale, crunching, bringing the right elbow to left knee. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend out. Going to your own breath for 3 more. Coming back down, planting the right hand and the left knee. Going to the other side now. Inhale, extending the left arm straight out and the right arm back. And then as you exhale, bringing the left elbow to right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. 3 more to your own breath. And when you're done, planting the hand and the knee back down onto the mat. Pressing down into the mat, we're going to widen the knees, bringing the feet together, pressing back into a child's pose. So just remembering that if at any point during the practice today, if this is feeling like too much or you're pushing your body too far and you want to take a break, allow yourself to come back to this position and connect back with your breath. Inhale, coming up to tabletop, tucking the toes, pressing the hips up towards the sky for a downward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears, pressing the heels back towards the mat, looking towards the hands, walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, coming all the way up for Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a few breaths here, picking up the toes, all 10 toes, spreading the toes nice and wide, and then planting them into the mat. Feeling nice and grounded here, extending the crown towards the ceiling, shoulders down and back. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, sitting back into chair pose. So sitting the bum back, keeping the knees so that you can still see your toes, back nice and flat. And then exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Bringing the chest to the thighs. Allowing the head and neck to hang, arms to hang. Maybe even grabbing opposite elbows and swaying the arms back and forth. Inhale, halfway lift, bringing the crown forward, gaze forward, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, right knee comes up to the chest. And then exhale, stepping back for warrior one. You're welcome to stay here in a high lunge position, or maybe drop the knee and flatten the back foot, bringing the top of the foot in contact with the mat. From here, lunging forward, keeping that 90-degree angle in the front knee. You're welcome to stay here, or if you like, inhale, bringing the arms overhead, and maybe even, if you like, coming into a bit of a back bend here. So bringing the gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, planting the hands on either side of the left foot, tucking the back toes under, hips to the ceiling, stepping back for downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing the right leg up towards the sky, look towards the hands, sweeping the right leg through, planting it on the mat between the hands, dropping the back leg down, planting the left foot, the top of the left foot in contact with the mat. Inhale, coming up, stacking the shoulders over top of the hips. You're welcome to stay here if this feels good for you, or inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Again, staying here, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, coming into a back bend, bringing the gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, plant the hands down, back on the mat, tucking the back toes under, lifting the hips towards the sky, stepping back with the right foot for downward facing dog. Looking towards the hands, walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands on the mat, stepping back with the right foot. Inhale, coming up for warrior one. Exhale, floating the hands back, bringing the chest forward, gaze straight ahead for charging warrior. Inhale, coming back up, shoulders over hips. Exhale, floating the hands back again for charging warrior. Inhale up, exhale down. Doing a few more of these to your own breath. to your own rhythm. One last time. And planting the hands, stepping back, downward facing dog. And just walking it out here. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Looking towards the hands, exhale, planting the right foot down between the between the hands. Inhale, coming up, warrior one. Exhale, floating the hands back, bringing the chest forward for charging warrior. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, floating the arms back. Inhale up and moving to your own breath, your own pace. Whatever feels best for you. Remembering to push that back knee up towards the sky. Keeping the leg engaged, low belly active. And last one. Planting the hands, stepping back for downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling on to the toes, coming to a plank position. You can lower the knees here, bringing the feet flat. Elbows into the chest, coming forward and slowly lowering. Chaturanga. Inhale, coming up for baby cobra, peeling the chest off the mat, gaze forward. Exhale, pushing back into tabletop, tucking the toes, hip towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. You can stay here or lower the knees to the floor. Keeping the elbows into the chest, slowly lowering. Chaturanga. You can go with cobra or upward facing dog. Pressing into the tops of the feet. Gaze towards the ceiling. And exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Looking towards the hands, walking, stepping, or jumping towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, we're going to inhale and sweep the arms way up overhead. And again, sit back into chair pose. Back nice and flat, shoulders down and back. Inhale, release, coming back up to standing. From here, hands to hips, bringing the feet nice and wide. We're going to do standing splits. So keeping the back nice and straight, shoulders over top of hips. And then slowly hinging from the hips, keeping the back nice and straight, gaze forward, chin forward. And then from here, bringing the arms down, maybe planting them on the ground, allowing your head to release, nice and loose. Maybe even grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe grabbing the toes or the ankles. Whatever feels best for you. Just breathing into the stretch. And on your next inhale, slowly beginning to come back up. Hands to hips. And coming all the way back up. Feet back together, hands to hips. From here, inhale, bringing the right leg to the chest. Exhale, rotating the knee out to the side. And then bringing the sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg. Maybe helping yourself, bringing the foot up a little higher. Or maybe you've got your foot on your calf, or maybe even resting on the ground. Whatever feels best for you in your practice today. From here, fixing your gaze at a spot on the floor, firmly rooting down through that left foot, maybe even picking at the toes of the left foot and planting them down onto the ground. Hands to heart center, prayer position. Breathing in, maybe even visualizing roots growing out from underneath your left foot into the earth. And you're welcome to stay here, or if you'd like a little bit more challenge, allowing your branches to grow overhead. And remember that trees will always sway in the wind. It's not about getting the perfect posture, but more so staying grounded in the moment, focused on your breath, and present. Bringing the hands back down to heart center. Inhale, releasing the right knee, and bringing the right foot back down onto the ground. Other side now, so inhale, bringing the left knee out in front of you, knee to chest. Exhale, rotating the left knee out to the side, and allowing that left foot, the sole of the left foot to land wherever feels most comfortable for you. On the inside of the right leg, again, lifting the toes of the right foot, spreading the toes nice and wide and planting them down to create a firm base, strong trunk of our tree pose. Hands to heart center, fixing the gaze at a spot on the floor, maybe about 5-6 feet in front of you. Staying here, or again, if you like, growing your branches nice and tall. Staying firmly rooted in the moment and connected with your breath. Exhaling, bringing the hands back down to heart center, releasing the left foot and planting it back down on the ground. Keeping the shoulders down and back. I'm going to step forward with the right foot, transferring the weight onto that right foot, and we're going to slowly float the left foot up off the ground, arms out to the side or back behind you for warrior 3 or airplane pose. Really rooting down again through that right foot. Becoming nice and sturdy, remembering that if you're swaying or shaking, just push through, breathe through, engaging the core to help stabilize you here. One more breath here. Exhale, coming back up. We're going to do the other side. Stepping forward with the right foot. Transferring the weight, slowly floating that left foot up. Arms out to the side. Breathing through any discomfort. Two more breaths here. And coming back up. So we're going to come back down to seated position. Coming back down onto the back. And bringing the right knee to the chest. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee. From here, reaching through, grabbing the left thigh and pulling it towards your face for thread the needle. Every inhale, seeing if you can pull that left leg just a little bit closer to your chest. And ensuring that your right foot is flexed, keeping it active as we engage for this stretch. Taking just a few more breaths here. And releasing the left leg, bringing the right foot down. And maybe just windshield wipering the knees back and forth. Inhale, bringing the left knee up to the chest. Bringing the left ankle to the right knee. Keeping that left foot nice and active. Bringing the toes towards the knee. And then inhale, reaching through, grabbing the right thigh. Maybe interlacing your fingers. Staying connected with your breath here, allowing any tension to just melt away, sinking into the mat. Taking just one more breath here. Releasing the hands, releasing the legs. Again, windshield wipering. From here, we're going to allow the knees to fall to the right side. Arms out in front of you, either cactus arms or straight out like a T. From here, we're going to bring our gaze to the left side for spinal twist. Inhale, releasing, bringing the knees back up to center, and then allowing them to just gently fall down onto the left side, bringing the gaze over to the right to counteract. Next inhale, coming back to center. Bringing the feet as close to your butt as you can. Hands outstretched, reach down as if you're trying to touch the back of the knees, the back of the heels. And from here, we're going to thrust the pelvis up towards the sky for a little bridge. Getting a nice back bend in here. Really engaging the glutes and the low back. Seeing if you can press the chest just a little bit higher up off the ground. Pushing the hips up just a little bit higher towards the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly lowering back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And releasing the feet. Bringing the legs mat width distance apart. Hands face up towards the sky. For final Shavasana. Feeling yourself relaxing and sinking into the mat. Noticing the effects of all of your poses and all of your work. And how that feels in your body right now in this moment. Inhaling nice and deep, and then exhaling every last drop of air. Inhaling nice and deep, and as you exhale, releasing a big sigh. Relaxing. Sinking deeper, absorbing all the work you've done. Slowly coming back into your body, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Coming over, rolling over onto your right side. Then pressing up, coming back to a seated position. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I'm so grateful to have been able to guide you through it today. Namaste.